What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about here on a daily basis. Republican Senator Lindsey Graham says that if Trump is prosecuted for the mishandling of classified information, he says, quote, there will be riots in the streets. Here's what he has to say. Take a listen.
Joining us now, Senator Lindsey Graham from the great state of South Carolina. Senator, let's start. I want to start with a clip from Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg on Hunter Biden and then talk to you on the other side.
The FBI, I think, basically came to us, some folks on our team, and was like, hey, just so you know, like, you should be on high alert. We thought that there was a lot of Russian propaganda in the 2016 election. We have it on notice that basically there's about to be some kind of dump of that's similar to that. So just be vigilant. I mean, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because it turned out after the fact. I mean, the fact checkers looked into it. No one was able to say it was false.
All right. So the FBI says it routinely warns people about potential misinformation. I wonder why they didn't warn themselves or the FISA court in 2016.
Well, you had a really good high-minded discussion with your last guest. I'm just going to get really to the bottom of all of this. Most Republicans, including me, believes when it comes to Trump, there is no law. It's all about getting him. There's a double standard when it comes to Trump. What happened with Hunter Biden is that the FBI weighed in to make sure a story didn't break for the 2020 election. We now have whistleblowers at the FBI telling Senator Grassley that they were told to slow down and back off Hunter Biden. And I'll say this, if there's a prosecution of Donald Trump for mishandling classified information after the Clinton debacle, which you presided over and did a hell of a good job, there'll be riots in the streets.
Yeah, you know, I'm a simple-minded guy, Senator. I think people ought to be treated the same without regard to political ideology. Yeah. And I remember that Jim Comey press conference really, really, really well.
So, yeah, Senator Lindsey Graham thinks that there's a bit of a double standard there when it comes to former President Donald Trump. A lot of Republicans feel this way. Let me know your thoughts here in the comments. Do you think this is the case? The affidavit reveals that they've been trying to get these documents from former President Donald Trump for many months, in some cases up to 18 months here, and that there was a subpoena to former President Donald Trump that he ignored. So the affidavit reveals this. So, you know, do you think that this is, they're politically targeting him, or do you think that this is the case of he just didn't give the information back? You can let me know your thoughts here in the comments, but you know, this is former President Donald Trump didn't know what was going to be in this unsealed affidavit, and he asked to have it unsealed, and even with what wasn't redacted, this information has now come clear. So he probably would have known that, well, he would have known that they were trying to get this information from him for months. So yeah, I guess the problem here with this is that a lot of people see the same story from different points of view. You know, it's like looking at a playing card from two different sides. You can look at a playing card from one side and see the red face, and you can look at the playing card from the other side and see the white face. You know, if you look at like a king or like an ace, or an eight of clubs, you look at one side is white and one side is red, and it's the same card. That's the issue right now. Like, we've seen the recent polls here where polls. We just seen a recent poll here that showed that Trump and Biden were almost identical in polls, and I get comments from people saying, who would vote for Biden with the way things are going? And then I get comments from people saying, who would vote for Trump with everything that is going on with Trump? And the answer is Republicans would vote for Trump and Democrats would vote for Biden. And I get people commenting that can't understand why anybody would vote for Biden. And then I get comments of people that they can't understand why anybody would vote for Trump. And it's just like, if both of those guys go up for re-election, one of them's going to win. And there's going to be millions of people who can't understand how either of them could win. It's going to be so ironic how many millions of people are going to be flabbergasted that one of them would win if they both run. It's because it's almost kind of, I don't know the word funny, because if they both win, if they both go up and run against each other, one of them's going to win. And it's, you just look at the comment section. So many people said, how could Biden ever win? How could Trump ever win? One of them's going to win if they run again. But really, I think the real truth of the matter is I see a lot of people commenting saying we need new blood. We need new blood. Same thing with Congress. We need new blood in there. Yeah, we get a lot of people commenting that. But you can let me know your thoughts here in the comment section. Do you think that there would be rioting? Trump's got a lot of supporters. Do you think that that would happen if he's prosecuted, or even if they bring charges against him? Don't forget that there's also the New York Attorney General trying to look into his business dealings as well. Remember, his CFO just pled guilty on 15 different counts of fraud and things like that. He is the CFO of the Trump organization, and he now has to give statements, and he has to basically go in and testify. And a lot of people think that that is going to potentially incriminate Trump on even maybe just small, minor little details, because they're going to go in there and they're going to ask him every question under the sun, every question about Trump and his business dealings and money and not it's completely unrelated to the classified documents, but just on business dealings in the Trump organization. They're going to ask him the CFO guy. They're going to ask the question, every single question under the sun, and even minor details they could get out of him. So we'll have to see here. And again, I'm just trying to explain all this stuff and really remain neutral. But you got to think here, if there's anything at all there, they got this guy, and the CFO who's pled guilty to 15 charges, I think he's 75 years old, and if he doesn't answer all the questions, he could go to jail for 15 years. So he kind of has to. Yeah. And remember, Trump's the front runner for the Republican Party to run again. And he's only 3 years younger than Biden. So, and a lot of people are saying Biden's maybe too old to run. But right now he's saying that he's going to run. So really have a lot of, and remember, the midterm elections now are only, I think, less than 3 months away at this point. Next up, new stimulus checks. Virginia families will soon get up to $500 payments. Here's the details of this. Among the states working to make life more affordable for residents is Virginia. If you've been watching my channel, there's over 20, maybe 25 different states doing this now, where taxpayers should expect to receive up to $500 in tax rebates this year. According to the Virginia Department of Taxation, almost anybody who had a tax liability in 2021 will receive a tax rebate if they apply, with up to $250 available for individual filers and $500 for joint filers. While technically not a stimulus check, the rebate is effectively the same thing, giving people who owe money some financial relief. Virginia is one of the states that's doing it a little bit differently. Each state does it a little bit differently, honestly. The term tax liability refers to the amount of tax that an individual owes to the state throughout the year, minus any credits, subtractions, or deductions. Anybody who owes the government money in Virginia, the state, therefore can use the tax rebates to offset the debt and reduce the amount that they owe. And when will this go out? That you should file your state taxes. You should have filed them by July 1st to receive this in October. So it's almost September now. So these will go out here by October 16th and received on October 31st. My wife says we can tell everybody about her wonderful weekend. My wife cut her finger cutting romaine lettuce with a very sharp knife, and we had to take her to the emergency room. And yeah, she had to get the modern day stitches, which is they glued her finger. You want to show it? My wife's not dressed, but she'll show her finger on camera. Look at Snowy.
Here you go.
So yeah, my wife. I mean, she's dressed, but not like
Not camera ready.
not camera ready. You know how women are. She's dressed, but not camera ready dressed. And this is little baby Snowy, who's not really a baby anymore. He's full grown. But yeah, unfortunately, my wife had to go to the ER. Like what was that? 2 days ago now.
Yeah,
Saturday, and yeah, so she cut herself with a, she said even Alex Bornicelli cut herself. So even the best chefs cut themselves, she said. Um, but yeah, so she thinks she cut her finger, but it was kind of deep, deep enough that we wanted to go to the ER and get it patched up. So they glued her finger and she got a tetanus shot. Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, anything else? Yeah, what do you have to say to our viewers? Yeah, are you hungry? Are you a good boy? Okay. All right, say bye to everybody. So yeah, that was our fun weekend. Yeah, you could see Snowy up there with his fur. Oh, there he goes. But that's life, right? Next up, cash boost stimulus direct payment update sees new $1,400 relief checks sent to thousands of Americans. Virginia's that's going out to millions. Um, I don't know how many, but there's a couple million people getting that. This is going out to Iowa State residents, Johnson County. $1,400 direct relief payments to people in Johnson County as part of a $2 million fund for Johnson County and $1.35 million from Iowa City and $27,000 for Coralville. So multiple different cities there sending out money for remember, cities, states, and counties all have stimulus money. So different cities sending out stimulus money here as well. A $3.4 million pot through the Direct Assistance Program was set up with the idea to give low-income workers a boost. If you're from any of those cities, make sure to look into that and apply. And really, we have more and more. It's getting close to about half of all the states now have issued this stimulus checks, tax rebate checks, money property tax rebate checks, and more are going out here by the week here. So it's really nice to see that. Hopefully we continue to see that more and more going forward. I'll keep you up to date here as we go forward with that. Plus, when you add the 43 million Americans getting now student loan relief of $10,000 to $20,000, that's a lot here as well. And the next program, it could be food stamp and food assistance for the SNAP program coming in September. That could be for another 40 million Americans getting a food stamp, food assistance boost. It also could make more people eligible to get it as well. That could be coming here soon as well. Also, in our You Can't Make This Stuff Up story for today, a 20-year-old bald eagle named Clark was spotted in the TSA checkpoint line just like the rest of us at the airport. Wow, look at the size of this guy. He's got an ankle bracelet on and everything. Wow. And what a sight to see here at North Carolina's airport terminal. And wow, what a sight to see there at our nation's bird. Wow, it just shows you that nature truly is wonderful there. He's a 20-year-old. I wish I was 20 again. On Monday, a bald eagle named Clark was seen traveling home after making a special appearance at High Point University's Convocation Sunday in North Carolina. Twitter user Elijah Whosever shared a video of Clark making his way through the TSA checkpoint, who was at the World Bird Sanctuary in Missouri. Here is the video. You can see. How do you even take that guy on a plane? Like, can you imagine that guy sitting in the seat next to you? He was initially supposed to be released into the wild as the species was endangered at the time, but due to his feet deformities, he wasn't able to join his siblings in the wild. Yeah, amazing creature. So let me know your thoughts here in the comments, and I'll keep you up to date here with everything going on here in our country on a daily basis. You can click here down below or click down below to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't yet so you don't miss out on new videos. Click the bell icon after subscribing that appears so you get notifications when we go live. Remember that new videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can click the thumbs up button down below as well to show your support for our channel, and I'll keep you up to date here with everything going on here in our country on a daily basis. You can click here to watch my newest video next, and here's a video about $3,200 checks going out to millions of Americans as well. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.